Y'all are nosy, but welcome back. I think this is like part 4. Welcome back. Okay, so y'all, the last message y'all seen me say was, hey, can you take me to Fort Valley in the morning? I have a client at 8:30. We can leave whenever. The house is 30 away. So that was to the salon owner. That was the afternoon. That was at 8:59. So that was the night after. Well, not the night after, but the night of me deciding I'm gonna just go to the salon, because I already knew that my dad was on the way to come get me a car, right? And that's another reason why I feel like she was just like pushing me, because I had told her, you know, I gave my dad money for a car, so I'm going to be getting a car. And she was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I can probably help you until the 12th. So I was like, okay. But anyway, now this week was like the first week of summer in spring. It was 100 degrees, right? Now, mind y'all, I'm working in a salon, doing lashes with glue. The salon had no AC all winter, but it wasn't important because it was winter. So it was cool being cold because it was so hot in there, right? Y'all, summer comes, baby. Hold on, let me apply my lip gloss from Collection of Sauce. All right, summer comes. The sun comes in the salon. The sun is facing where the salon is facing the sun at every angle. So it's hot. There's 10 stylists in there. So about 4 of them do hair. Well, about 6 of them do hair. And then there's only 2 other people that do other stuff. Me and the other girl, there was a girl that did lashes. There was a girl that did nails, and I did lashes and facials and makeup. But everybody else did hair, which means curlers, blow dryers, silk press, silk ponytails, sleek ponytails, updos, wand curls, heat, with no AC. So and this is not on her, she bought everybody fans for their room. Now, mind you, if it's 80 degrees outside, you're just going to be blowing hot air, honestly. You're going to be blowing hot air. So, as a lash tech, which I am, I cannot service anybody in the salon. I had 3 clients that I had to turn around that week because it was too hot. Now, mind you, yes, you could do lashes in the heat. Will your glue stay on as long? No. Will your fans be fanning as well? No. Is your glue gonna dry out in 2 seconds? Yes. Is your client gonna be back tomorrow to get more lashes on, costing you more money than they paid to get their lashes done? Yes. So I couldn't take my clients. So to the point that I had to travel to one client, which is why I asked her, could I travel? Could she take me to this client? Now, if she texts me back, y'all can see it. I never got a response. She never texted me back. So that was on the 4th. The 5th is the first night that I had to nanny in Byron. So I had posted a TikTok a year ago. The TikTok is still going viral. So somebody had reached out and asked me, could I nanny? We went and did an interview at McDonald's. We did an interview. They loved me. And I started nannying for them. That was my first day nannying. So I had to get a ride. Now, this was Friday. I had a client at 8:30. I got an Uber to my client at 8:30. No, at 8, to get there. Got an Uber. The Uber driver was like, hey, I Uber outside of Uber, so to save you some money, if you want to text me personally, like I drive outside of Uber, so you can do like a round trip for $45 versus $45 for a one-way for an hour trip, because it's 30 and 30, right? So I was like, cool, no problem. I'm game for that. So I paid the man. He took me to my client, back to the salon, because I didn't expect to have to go be a nanny as soon as I got done working. But I told him that morning, I got a real busy day, so if you are available, I would really appreciate it. He was like, yeah, just let me know. So he took me to Fort Valley, back to Warner Robins. He stopped me for food in Warner Robins, and then took me to Byron. All because people that offered to help me declined to help me. And after I asked you for help one time and you tell me it's that, I'm not asking you no more. I'm not gonna ask you for nothing. If you don't even respond to me and we working in the same environment, like you at the salon every single day with me, and you don't text me back, cool. No time that I text her was she not at the salon. Like, never. So we're gonna go next. I came to the salon and got my bags. I told y'all the man took me from Warner Robins, Fort Valley, back to Warner Robins. Back to Warner Robins, I came to the salon to pay her. She was not there. There's a Dropbox. Dropbox had no envelopes the last time I went. I wasn't finna go try it again. All right, cool. I said, hey, I came back to the salon to pay you, but you weren't there. Is there any discounted rate this week, being that I had to cancel clients because of the heat? I had to give back 2 deposits and wasn't able to service them. So I was just inquiring. This is the message right here. It's nothing, inquire. There's nothing extra. She said, good morning. If I'm not there, you can always put it in the Dropbox. I double checked after you said, and I'm going to leave her name out because she don't work there no more either, said there wasn't any, and we had plenty of envelopes. Again, I just said, after I checked the first time and they said it wasn't on it, I wasn't finna check it again. So that's on me. Cool. We had plenty of envelopes. As of right now, since the landlord isn't discounting anything for the salon, I won't be able to discount this week. The AC guy is supposed to be coming today, so hopefully it gets rectified. I hate you had to cancel clients. I know that adding an additional fan in your room won't make it ice cold, but it may be able to cool it down. If the problem keeps going, hopefully not, I can get you an additional fan so that you can make your money. And I just let her know this was not to be smart. I'm going to read y'all exactly what I said. The additional fan won't help if it's over 75 degrees and super humid. No glue will stick, which causes me to waste money. No problem. This week will be paid, but going forward, I would have to switch over to commission. Now, at the salon, there are 2 different options. You work commission and you pay when you work, or you pay every week. Cool. I had asked before, could I switch over to commission, because I was giving her all of my money. I was only having like 2-3 clients a week and she was getting all of my money. If I only did 2 facials at $40, that's $80. I still owe you money. So like, it wasn't my thing. And I didn't say that I was leaving the salon. I said I needed a 2 weeks break. Just read, hold on. Oh, so I didn't even say that. But anyway, no problem. This week will be paid for, but going forward, I have to switch over to commission. I had asked you once, and you stated that it isn't what you're trying to do for the business, but it's totally not fair for me to pay their weekly to keep your business running and to still have to pay to travel to clients because it's too hot to service them, which makes sense. If I'm paying you weekly to be in a building, I should be able to use that building to its full extent without any issues to me servicing people. That was simple. I said, definitely not your problem, but you offered to help me and then got aggravated when I actually needed help. So I'm going to go home for 2 weeks because I was going to get my car so that I don't have to, so that my problems don't weigh on anyone else. I have a fill-in scheduled for 7 a.m. tomorrow. Let her know how much it was, $60, so y'all can see. Fill-in was $60. Because when you switch to commission, you owe them per appointment. Right? I'll include the commission off of that service in my payment sent for today, and then I'll be going until the 21st to mentally and emotionally recover. My car has been repossessed. I feel like my family hates me and does not talk to me. I haven't talked to any of my siblings. Like, I'm not okay. And I kept telling people, I am not okay right now. I'm not cool. Like, y'all see me cheesing, smiling at the pop-up shops. I'm not okay. Anyway, she said, I completely get your frustrations because I'm working it as well as everyone else. None of this is planned, and if I could have it fixed myself, and if I could have fixed it myself, it would have been done already. I want you to take time for you. I know you have been through a ton of stuff lately, and you definitely need to recover. Don't worry about paying for this week. You can keep it. You just make sure that your room is cleared out during your time away. I appreciate you and your time with us. Now, when she sent that, I didn't see her text me back, and I had went ahead and sent her money on Cash App because once I text her, I sent the money, and she had text back. I guess she didn't see me send the money, but she texted me again, was like, I see you cashed at me, but I refunded it. I meant what I said. Go take care of yourself, and if you need help getting your things out, let me know. I'll be back later on today and can help you pack or anything if you need it. And I was like, I paid because I was still there for this week and still have to work tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to move my stuff because I'm also trying to get the stuff out of my car in Macon. And I was like, I just seen it. If I could pack my stuff and go, my bad. I said, and I had texted her and I said, I just seen that she sent the money back. If I could just pack my stuff and go, or if those were my intentions to leave, I'd tell you that. I just can't keep paying for Uber, looking for a hotel. It's just too much. I literally have spent over $200 just yesterday just trying not to be a bother and still work. And I did. I literally had to pay the Uber man back and forth to just, and that was before I paid Uber 2 days in a row because people who offered to help me did not help me, and I still had requirements to meet. So that was the truth. I didn't lie. She texted me. She said, I hear you and I get your frustrations. This is why I agree with you when you say you need time to recover. You have been spending money that you don't have to spend. Take time for you. Save the money and come back when you are ready and not in a tight spot. The $150 that I refunded should be able to get you should be able to cover a temporary storage for at least a month or two, depending on where you go. The one I use up the street is $60 a month. That way you aren't going to have to pay $150 a week while you are gone. You get to save some money and take care of yourself. Let me know if you need me to transport your things to the storage unit so you don't have to pay an Uber. As far as the client tomorrow, you can keep that as well. I don't want you to miss out on any more than you already have. Just let me know if you need my help moving. And I said, okay, I had a client scheduled for the 21st when I be back, but I don't think I'll have time to reset all that up. So, and I leave right after my client tomorrow. So I'll just have my ex come get everything that I can't before the end of the week. And she was like, okay. So she texted me back again, and I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. Oh, sorry. So that's wait, hold on. That's me talking about the fan won't help. That's her texting me again. She said, oh, no. Okay. So that's when I said I had a client, and she said, okay. Man, why does it keep doing that? And she said, okay. Boom. Sorry. So I'm gonna read the next message. I'm out with Z for his last day of break, so after this I won't be available to talk/text until later tonight, but I just wanted to make sure everything is clear so there's no confusion. You only have one client tomorrow, which you can keep the total. If you change your mind and have more than one client, you will have to pay your week in full like normal. I am extending you more grace because of your situation, but I still have a business to run whether you are here or not. You will need to have all your things out no later than Friday at 5 p.m. And I said, yes, ma'am. Oh, I said, thank you. I don't want to lie. I said, thank you. I was finna say, I said, yes, ma'am. But I just said, thank you. And she said, I'm on my way back, and wanted to add that I feel that it's best we not work together moving forward. I know that you have a client on the 21st so that they can be accommodated and so you don't lose out on money. I would recommend you working at a desk salon. So I went to another lady salon and learned how to do brows. So she said, I suggest you work there, the one I sent you to, so you can learn threading. Let me know if you need help with anything else. I said, hey, no problem. Thank you. She bought a mirror for the salon, and I had customized that. I made it pink and put my name on and all that. So I wanted to pay for that mirror because I was taking my mirror, right? And she was like, it was $19. I sent her the money. Cool. Now, y'all, I read you everything. So it's like, when people ask me what happened with the salon, why you not at the salon no more, it literally went from me taking a 2-week break and coming back in 2 weeks to her saying, I don't want you to come back. And her walking past me, her slamming doors. It went from nothing to something. I read y'all every single message. I asked to go to commission. She texted me back and was like, I just feel like we shouldn't work together no more. Cool. I have no problem with that. So then she texted me again, and she was like, I'm asking that you remove all pictures and videos of my son, blah, 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 blah. And my thing is, I was his nanny, right? So you asked me to record content. You've been tagged in this content for months or weeks at a time, or like whatever the situation is. You've seen the videos, you've seen the pictures. I did that a long time ago. Like you know what's going on. You knew I was a content creator. You know that. So it's like, what did I do to you that you gotta feel like I'm gonna do something to your child pictures or something? Like, and then it's not my most viral video, so I'm not getting paid from it at all. But it's like, damn, what happened? We was just cool. Why would you have somebody nannying your child if you don't like them? Like, we was just cool. We was just cool. You just sent me my money back. You were willing to help me pack my stuff. And then now it's just, I think it's just best if we don't work together no more. So that's what happened. Now, we're gonna go. This is gonna be kind of crazy, but it's truth. So, me not expecting that, because I was just gonna pay, I was gonna send her my money to leave my stuff in the salon. Honestly. Because I was going to Brunswick to sell cookies, I was gonna have money still. So I was just gonna send her my money, but then she was like, I don't think we should work together no more, blah 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 blah. So to my dad, and if my dad see this video, I'm sorry, but I'm telling the truth. My dad took it as me living in the salon because of the amount of things that I had, right? Now, mind you, had my dad came and seen my salon, seen the salon, seen my suite, he would have seen I had a full suite, a full-size TV, 3 storage containers with the rollers on the bottom, the 3 tiers with the rolls, 3 of those. I had a whole product shelf. I had a whole salon suite. Like, it wasn't no, I don't do 2 things. I do facials, lashes, makeup. I do a lot. I do lash extensions, lash strips, lash clusters. I do a lot. So I don't have one container or one bag that has all my stuff in it, right? So when my dad came to get me, first of all, he walked through the salon, right? I have 1 suite in the entire salon. My dad walked from the back of the salon to the front of the salon. My suite is a blue room. My suite was a blue room in the middle of the salon. That's the only room I had access to. My daddy seen a bed in the back of the salon, right? With personal items, clothes, all of that. Because he went walking through the salon. So my dad tells me that I live there. That's my bed. And that's my clothes. And that's my stuff. And it's not. I don't control anything going on in the back of the salon. But because you walked through being nosy, because my mother told him that I was staying in the salon, instead of asking your child and trusting your child, you went and walked through somebody else's stuff. And told my grandmama, because my grandma came with my dad to come get me. I thought my dad was coming in my car, this car. My dad came in the truck, which is even better because I had stuff to move. I didn't know I had stuff to move until that afternoon. The day that she texted me was the day that my dad was on, my dad was on the way the next day. So I didn't know that I was gonna have stuff to move. I didn't know that. Like, I thought I was coming back to work. But my dad came and y'all, and if you think I'm lying, honestly, I hate that I have to do this, but when my feelings get hurt, people always make it seem like I'm delusional or I'm crazy or I'm tripping or it didn't happen. So there is proof of everything that happened. So this is the salon being packed up. That's when I packed up all my little stuff. And that's how much stuff that I think I had to put in my dad's car, right? So hold on, I'm gonna turn the AC off.
Don't make place there.
Now I'm gonna pause it. That's him. I couldn't record it all. But in the beginning, he said, you were staying in that place there. So all you hear is place there, okay? Hold on.
Place there. Don't make no darn sense.
And that's me trying not to cry. All right, boom. So we can cut the video. This is all my stuff on the back of the truck because it was raining. Oh, my little truck was wet. Help me. Trying to make the best of it. Boom. So then, cool. I get to my Mama Dawn house, and I was talking to my Mama Dawn the whole time. Like, she knows everything. She knew everything going on. And so she was like, well, when you come home, you're free to bake here. You could bake here. So y'all, when I tell people that I just started baking in March and April, people be thinking I be lying. But y'all, I never, baking is a part of my major. And I'm only saying that because a lot of people think that I'm just randomly doing something, or I'm just walking in the kitchen in college just doing stuff. This is my major too. And so I'm just living in my major, honestly. But when my dad came, he just made it seem like he was just so disappointed. And so even when we got to my grandma's house from the end of the trip, Like, my grandma just kept questioning me, where you going, what you doing, where you sleeping, who car, like, it just, and my grandma could only ask me all of those questions off of my daddy giving her a narrative, which is a false narrative, because you don't know what's going on. You have no clue what's going on. So after he walked through the back of the salon and seen all the stuff, he walked to the front of the salon. Y'all, I feel like I went back and forth, but he walks to the front of the salon. When he walks to the front of the salon, I'm like, Daddy, let's go, because I don't need this lady starting with you. Cool. We get in the car. He does all of that. And we get to Brunswick, to my grandma's house. They start with me again about what you doing with your life. My daddy was, the whole time we're moving stuff, you need to go to the military. You wasted 4 years of college. You wasting your life. But the only thing that kept me together was I had just started watching Pastor Mike from Rock City Church. I had just started watching him, and he had told the sermon about how he had dropped out of college and his daddy was knocking him in the chest. And I just felt like everything my daddy was saying to me was those hits in the chest. He said his daddy was physically boom, boom, but that's what my daddy was doing to me every time, because it's like, you don't trust me. You don't trust that I don't want to be in this situation. You don't trust that I don't even know what's going on. You don't trust me. Like, and it hurt my feelings. And just like I said, the video with me crying because I wanted my daddy to come to my pop-up shop, it's not that I care about my parents or my dad or my mom's opinion. It's just the fact that, like, I really be doing stuff and I be having to pump myself up. Like, I be having to tell myself, like, you're doing a good job. You're doing good. Keep going. So it's like, you want that from home. Y'all not dead. So why do I have to act like my parents are not here to support me and to keep me, like, you know, like, there should be some kind of something in you should want to tell your child you proud of them, other than when you see me graduate college, because you only graduate college 1 or 2 or 3 times. And we knew for me it was only going to be 1 time, because that's all I required. That's all I needed to do what I want to do in life, was graduate 1 time. So if you're waiting on another graduation to be proud of me, or if you're waiting on another high school graduation to be proud of me, or you waiting on another certificate, you don't get certificates as an adult. Like, so it's like, it would feel good for my parents to be proud of me, or to say that they proud of me, or to see, or say that they see me trying. So, like, my dad, he don't realize, but it hurt my feelings even more, because it's like, I'm trying to keep a face here, and I'm trusting God through everything. And I even told my daddy, like, Daddy, you keep questioning me about it, talk to God about it, because I don't know what's going on either. Y'all think I don't want to be in my daycare? Y'all think I don't want, like, y'all really think that? So it's like, it got frustrating, but I kept baking. So the month of April, I baked. I stayed in Brunswick for maybe a month. Nobody had no problems with me, because I was out of everybody's face. Like, I wasn't in nobody's way. I wasn't bothering nobody. I had my car. I was getting me a little system going. I honestly thought that I was going to come to Brunswick and start doing facials and lashes, but they were tearing the cookies and the cakes up. Like, they were tearing them up. So I did that for a little while, and then I came back to Atlanta, did the same thing. Excuse me. Came to Atlanta, sold cookies, and then I actually started selling plates, because I was like, well, I can cook, so I'm gonna sell plates. So my first plate I sold, I don't remember if that was my first or second time, because I still had clients in Warner Robins. So what I would do is I would check in the hotel. So this is how I mapped it out, and then after I tell y'all the map, we're gonna go to the next video. So I would start in Brunswick, right? And then you go from Brunswick up to Fort Valley / Warner Robins. I do my Fort Valley and Warner Robins clients. And then I go up to Atlanta. I do my Atlanta and my Jonesboro clients. And then I go back down. And then I do my Warner Robins clients, and I go back to Brunswick. So I did that maybe 2 or 3 times. And then in one of those trips, I started selling plates. I did macaroni, fried chicken, rice, cabbage, and cornbread, and corn. And I think I did string beans too. I don't remember. But it was really good. It was like, okay, God, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to figure out exactly what it is you have for me to do. So y'all got to come to the next video to see what we keep on coming up with, what we keep doing. Just to be nosy. Come on in, be nosy. Love y'all. Bye.